We're going to practice drawing Dipper and Mabel from Gravity Falls. Please feel free to pause and stop this whenever you need to. So first you're going to sketch lightly with your pencil and you're going to draw a circle to begin with. It needs to be lightly so that it can be erased or that you can draw a little bit over it. So first we have a circle. Then you're going to do two little lines underneath, which is going to be the neck. Draw a line horizontally across that for the shoulders. Now you're going to draw an oval coming down from the shoulder for the arm and going in towards the body, another oval. Draw two lines that go straight down for the torso of the character, and then another line going diagonally down and curve it in towards the center of the paper. Now we're going to make the shorts so it's like kind of a rectangle, and a couple little lines coming straight down for the legs. They're very skinny legs, so you don't have to make them very big. For our shoes, we're just going to be drawing ovals that go out to either side. Now let's start on the second character. You're going to draw another little oval close next to the person because they're going to be holding hands, so you don't want it too far over. You're going to draw a line to show the shoulders and the torso, so it's just one big rectangle. Now we're going to do the shorts, so it's another smaller rectangle below it and two skinny little legs on either side with the shoes that are just ovals again. You'll notice that both of these characters, their legs are pretty far apart. We're going to draw skinny arms, so one on the inside of the character where they're holding hands, and then you're going to draw a skinny oval going to the outside, and another skinny oval right on top of that with a larger circle for the fist. Now that we have our bodies figured out, we're going to work on the faces and give a little bit more details on our characters. So we're going to start with Mabel, and we're going to draw eyes. These characters have very large round eyes, so we're going to start with one large circle towards the right hand side of the character, and then we're going to do another eye, but this one, it kind of overlaps a little bit, so you're not going to see the entire circle for that. The nose is simply just a curve. It's almost like a C that you see that's connected right between the eyes, and the smile is just a line. You're going to do little curves on either end of the line that you made for the smile of the face. It's close to the nose. From the eyes, you're going to continue the line out, and that's where the cheek is, and you want to go all the way around and curve in towards the eyes on the other side. The ear looks like a backwards C, and then the inside of the eyes is simply just a little dot. So you're going to do a little circle inside of the eyes, try and make it a little bit low, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side, try and keep them a little bit as even as possible for there. For Mabel's eyelashes, you're just going to do two little lines that are at the top of the circles that we made on either side. And then the eyebrow is a very simple curve that goes right above the big circles that we had. And then you're going to work on her hair, so it's kind of a V shape that hits the center of the left eye and then comes back down to about the center of the right eye. It's going to curve in towards the ear. On the opposite side, we have to do our ear, so it's going to be right below the eyes connected to the cheek. And then we will start with the hair. So you're going to go around the top of the oval that you made to begin with, the circle, and it's going to connect in towards the ear that we have there. And then it's going to come out from behind the ear. She has long hair, so we're going to continue that a little bit later. She's wearing a headband, so you're going to do a curve from the ear up to the top of where your head is going to be, come down a little ways horizontally, and then back in towards the ear. You're going to connect that line to the headband, curve around from the headband to where her shoulder or arm is. She has a cowlick, so we're going to do an M that goes from the headband back in towards the head, and it will give us that look of those two little hairs coming out. She's wearing a big turtleneck, so right at the neck, we're going to draw kind of what looks like maybe a J, a backwards J, so it's going to curve down from the chin and then back in towards the other cheek. Then you're going to curve that down towards the shoulder, And we're going to outline the shoulder a little bit more and continue on with the arm going out to the left. Inside of the arm, it's a little bit skinnier, and we can work on the torso there. We're going to curve around for the turtleneck, and it's going to hit the cheek on the other side. To finish off her arm, we're going to go around the elbow. It's very round, and then the curve is going to go up in towards the torso. We're going to go above that for the other side of the arm and continue the line all the way around for where the wrist is at and connect those. Then we're going to work on the hand, and the hand kind of looks like a golf club. So if you curve it down and around, it's pretty flat. You can see that it kind of looks like a golf club there, and there's just a couple little lines. So the hand is on the hip. And then you're going to bring the shirt down and around. From where her armpit would be, you're going to come in a little ways and then curve it around like it's a big sweater. And then from the shoulder, it's going to come in towards where the other character is and make a big J, so it's like a big sweater, and then connect that to the side of the sweater. Now we're going to work on her skirt or shorts. So you're going to do a line that comes down a little ways, go horizontally across. You're going to do a little V that goes up and continue that to complete your shorts. The legs, you just simply outline what you already had. Make sure that those legs are far apart for these characters. Then we're going to draw the socks. So you're going to draw a line that goes horizontally across and then another line down below that to finish off the sock. The shoes are a curved line at the top, big curved line, and bottom it's pretty straight. Same thing on the right hand side. Outline the legs really skinny. Draw a line that goes horizontally across for the sock. The other one is below that, and then you're going to curve around for the shoe. To finish off her hair, you're going to again go by the ear and around the shoulder and elbow. It's going to curve in and then it's going to go out again behind her shorts. And then on the other side, it's going to come out behind her shorts. To draw out her hand, we're just going to do a small oval that we will finish when we finish drawing Dipper's hand. It's going to be a little bit easier to finish that. Finally, she has two little circles on her cheeks where you would see little pink spots for blush. Now we're going to zoom in on Dipper, and he has the same eyes as Mabel. So you're going to do a large circle on the right hand side, and then on the left the eye is overlapped a little bit underneath, so they're right next to each other. The nose is the same as well, and it's going to be a C shape right between the eyeballs. His mouth, you're going to start from the nose and go to the right, curve it around because his mouth is open, and you're also going to be able to see some teeth in a little bit. From his face on the left-hand side, it's going to come from the eyeball again, just like Mabel's. For his cheek, it curves all the way around, and it sits on top of the shoulders. You don't see a skinny neck for him. The rest of his face is going to come from the eyes. It's going to go up there for the line. Then we're going to do his ear on the right side, and it's right below where the eye is and connected to kind of where the mouth would be. And we're going to do a sideburn, so it's a little curve and then a larger curve underneath that. It's going to come up pretty straight there, right next to the eye. From here, we're going to draw his eyebrow on the left side, and then we're going to continue the line straight up a little ways again. From about the center of the circle, you're going to do a curved line to the left and around. This is going to be his hair. So the first one is small, and the second one is even smaller. It's going to curve back in towards the center of the circle. Now we're going to work on his hat. So from there, it's going to be a large shape that curves down like an L across to where his sideburns were. Then you want to continue that line on the left. It's going to go up around his hair and back in towards the face right by the eyeballs. Finishing off the bill of his hat, you're going to go down where you were before. It's just a secondary line that comes out where the ear is, and it's going to come and connect. The top of the hat is a line that's kind of like a half a circle, or the circle has been cut off, and that just sits right on top of the hat. And then you're going to bring it down. So there are two sections of the hat. The back part is a little bit more straight than the front, and then there's a little circle at the top of the hat for the button. Finishing off the details of his face, you're going to do a little circle inside of the eye for the pupil, outline the eyes a little bit darker. Again, you want to make sure that they are pretty even, a little circle inside of there. And inside the mouth, you're just going to do 2 little lines that go down to show that he has some teeth. Once we've done that, we can start working on his clothes. So he's wearing a big jacket. It's kind of puffy, so it's going to be a big curve around, and it overlaps a little bit of his face and connects to where his arm is, and that's where you can also finish off his face. And his hair is going to go back behind it. It's overlapped by his arm. On the other side is the other side of his jacket, so it's a curve that comes down, and it's like a vest. And the other line is going to come down too, so it's like a rectangle. And on the inside, you're going to be able to see his arm. So you're going to continue drawing the arm that we had before the oval and outline just the outsides of these. You don't want to outline each oval, just the outside. It almost looks like a hockey stick. And then draw a line for where his shirt would be. For his hand, you're going to do a sideways oval for his thumb. And then we're going to curve around once, twice, and then a third time for his fingers, because he only has 4 fingers. They both only have 4 fingers. We'll finish off the hair from the hat to the hand, because you can only see it a little bit because the hand is kind of obstructing it. Then you're going to do the line for where the neckline of his shirt is. Continue for his jacket that's going to come down and around. We're going to do the left side, so it's going to come down at an angle towards the center of the body and around for the rectangular jacket. We're going to finish off the arm by completing it going down in towards Mabel. It's really skinny, and then the little line for his shirt. Across the bottom of the puffy jacket, we're doing a line for where his shirt is, and then we're going to continue for his shorts, which again, you're going to show the legs are very far apart. So in the center, you're doing a curve, and then from out of there, you're going to do 2 little lines coming down to connect them. He has very, very skinny little legs, and you're going to do the same thing that we did on Mabel with the socks. And the shoe, it's like a triangle for the tongue of his shoe, and then you're going to do a curve that goes around the bottom for the bottom of his shoe. Same thing on the right side. You're going to do the socks, the line for the socks, and then a triangle for the tongue of the shoe and a curved line for the bottom of the shoe. And now we can work a little bit more on the hand. They're holding hands, so you're going to see his thumb is curving out. By his thumb, you're going to see 3 little bumps. That's the fingers of Mabel. And then behind that, you're going to see his fingers are holding hands right in between there. The last little detail is the tree on his hat. So you're going to do a small triangle at the top, and then underneath that, a larger triangle. And then it's going to be a small rectangle right there at the top for his hat. And now we are going to outline it with ink real fast. I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to sit and watch me do it. And once you have outlined all of the things that you want to outline for your character, you erase all the pencil marks. That's why we did it lightly, so that they will disappear. And then we color it, and you're done. Feel free to go back in and pause it for any areas that you may have missed, and try it again. See how well you do.